So we got some news last night that was brought to me by my good friend Matt Denian, who was way more excited for this than I was. Not to say this isn't cool, but it was very clear Matt was super like extra excited for this announcement, which I don't blame him because this does sound really cool. And that is, as you can see, DC Black Label, which I guess that confirms, because I did have a talk about when DC Vertigo was coming back. I was like, so what's this going to do with Black Label? But nope, this is going to be a DC Black Label title and a crossover with Boom Studios of Swamp Thing and Something is Killing the Children. So this is, I think, the second time. No, it's the third. Yeah, the third time DC and Boom have crossed over. I could be wrong, but I think it's three. First was Gotham Academy and Lumberjanes, which I've never read. I don't think I've read either titles. Then there was Power Rangers Justice League by Tom Taylor, which... Tom, I love you as a writer, but like that was not one of your strong suits. And now this. So, Swamp Thing and something... It's going to be called Swamp Thing is Killing the Children, which I think is kind of a neat idea. So Swamp Thing is Killing the Children is a crossover of these two titles. And I have to be honest with you. It's first off, let me just say this right out the gate. I'm really happy that like it's not Batman is killing the children. I'm so glad it's not another Batman crossover. I'm actually glad that this crossover is not like a Batman crossover or a Justice League crossover that just has all the characters. It's actually a character that we don't normally see in crossovers. I think this could be Swamp Thing's first big like intercompany crossover actually. Which that alone makes me happy in of itself. I love Swamp Thing. So to have Swamp Thing get his own crossover finally is really cool. And I'm glad like Swamp Thing is one of those characters people want to see more of. And also the fact that he's getting a movie by James Mangold at some point probably helps too. But for those who don't know what the comic Something is Killing the Children is about, this comic is written by James Tynion, who's also writing this crossover. And basically, Something is Killing the Children follows a small town where children are being killed by monsters, and it follows a girl named Erica Slaughter as she tries to protect the town. There's dark secrets all around. I have the first 3 volumes of this, and also the spin-off House of Slaughter. I haven't read any of them, because I've got so many other books that's been on the back burner, but now because of this, and also like how popular Something is Killing the Children has been, I think I need to just sit down and read those comics, knowing I'll probably like them. I'm not saying like Chris sent me those books, and I've been just meaning to read them. Maybe like when I have time, when I'll read those. And I also do want to read the other volumes, because it's not that I don't want to read Something is Killing the Children. I've always wanted to. I've just never had the time for it. So maybe that's more on me than anyone else. I know if Chris is watching this, he's like, oh man, this is my fault. No, Chris, it's not your fault. It's my fault. Sometimes I prioritize other comics over others. So it's not you, man. It's a me thing. Anyway, so maybe this will get my ass in gear to finally read Something is Killing the Children. But yeah, this sounds like a really cool idea, because again, you would think if they were doing it, it'd be Batman, right? Like it would be absolutely like Batman or Justice League or something. But no, Swamp Thing, which makes a lot of sense. I mean, Swamp Thing is a monster character, and the whole comic deals with monsters. Like I said, the comic will be dealing with will be written by James Tynion, and the book the series will follow Erica Slaughter going into the Louisiana Bayou and encountering monsters, and more importantly, she crosses paths with Swamp Thing, who feels disturbance in the green through her actions. So we're going to get Erica and now the other question is this going to be Alec Holland or the new one, Levi Cady? For those who don't know, Alec Holland is no longer in continuity. Alec Holland is not Swamp Thing anymore. He moved on. He absorbed his consciousness into the green. So Alec Holland, we're now in continuity. It's Levi Cady, I believe that's his last name, and he had a 3-volume comic by Ram V, which is really good. I really want you guys to go read the Ram V Swamp Thing comic. It was so good. But is this going to be Levi or Alec? I personally think it's going to be Alec Holland because Alec Holland is way more popular. Not to say Levi is bad or anything, but when you think Swamp Thing, you think Alec Holland. So it's probably going to be Alec, and also this is DC Black Label, so it's not in continuity. So Tynion's probably going to use Alec Holland. And I hope to God, Anton Arcane is in this book. I have been dying to see Anton Arcane, Swamp Thing's arch nemesis, back in comics. We've seen more of the Floronic Man, and not to say the Floronic Man's bad or anything, but I am dying to see Anton in a comic, and Anton Arcane with the dark monsters that are in the dark forces from Something is Killing the Children just makes total sense. So I am really hoping Anton Arcane is the big villain of this book. It's been a while since we've seen Anton. But yeah, again, I think the biggest draw for me for this comic is not only because it's like another DC Boom crossover, and you know me, I'm the crossover guy. It's also the fact that it's a Swamp Thing crossover and not a crossover where it's Batman again for the umpteenth time. It's not, and yeah, with Harley getting her own crossover, but Harley can carry her own book with Elvira. And yeah. So you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of this Swamp Thing, Something is Killing the Children crossover? Just comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.